Hello and welcome to this week's Keto Low Carb Meal Prep. In case you don't know, there are over 60 meal prep videos. I do have a playlist. I will link that for you. It's a good place to get ideas, quick recipes. Maybe you're looking for something new, then I got you covered. I don't do your traditional type of meal prep. That just doesn't work for me and my family. If it works for you, I'm jealous because I love the whole bento box concept, having those cute little bowls in the fridge. I did try it, didn't work. So this is the way I do it. I like to have a main dish ready, several desserts and snacks made up in advance, a few side dishes. That way, when I want something sweet, it's already here. Plus, it makes throwing together a meal so much faster when you have something prepped. Does that even make sense? If not, you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So for me, my meal preps, my recipes, we're talking simple, we're talking easy. Probably ingredients you already have on hand, not some weird ingredient you've never heard of. You're gonna have to trek over 3 cities to a health store to find it. Nope. I like minimal ingredients. I like it done fast and easy. Did I mention easy? I love my kitchen. I probably spend 95% of my time during the day in the kitchen, but it's not cooking. Let's go ahead and get started with the meal prep video. We will chat just a little bit when I'm done. Time for some egg salad and some deviled eggs. This way we'll have either a quick lunch or dinner plus a few sides. Did I tell you all I don't like deviled eggs, but I like egg salad? It makes no sense. You already know I'm old school, so eggs in a pot, cold water. I'm sticking them on the stove and gonna let them boil. Question of the day, and I am totally serious because I struggle with this one. How long do you boil your eggs so that they come out perfect? Time's up, and now I'm going to pour the water off of these and put them in an ice bath. I completely cover them and just let them sit here. I have found that if I do the whole ice bath trick, they're easier to peel. First thing I'm gonna do is make Briley a couple of deviled eggs. And when I say I keep the recipe simple, I mean I keep the recipe simple. Eggs, mayo, mustard, that's it. I'm gonna cover them and put them in the fridge. Now it's time for the egg salad. In her egg salad, you guessed it, only mayo and mustard. She doesn't even want it salted. Now it's time for the egg salad 3 ways. And I'm gonna be using these little mason jars that I had picked up at Walmart. These jars are the perfect size for something like this. I'm gonna start out with my favorite first. This one I call loaded egg salad. You already know I don't do measurements. It's usually a scoop of this, a dash of that, unless I do a dedicated recipe video. I'm giving you the basics here, of course. Eggs, I went ahead and chopped those up. I'm gonna add in mayo, powdered ranch seasoning. Pick your favorite. I'm using Flavor God. I like it because it doesn't have any maltodextrin, sugar, or anything else like that added into it, so I don't have to worry about a blood sugar spike. The amount you add will be personal preference. It just depends on how much you like the ranch flavor. I'm from the South, so I dump it in. Don't forget, the Flavor God discount code and link is down in the description box in case you want to order any of their seasonings. I'm gonna add just a dash of cayenne pepper, and then for my secret ingredients, pickle juice. You don't need too much. You'll want to put in enough so that it mixes up well, but it doesn't make your egg salad runny. So just a little bit at a time. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a quick mix. I'm gonna transfer it over to my mason jar. To the top, crispy crumbled up bacon. What I normally do is I skip the bacon. I'll store this in the refrigerator. When I'm ready to eat this for lunch or dinner, I'll go ahead and crisp up my bacon, sprinkle it in, and stir it up. That way it keeps it crispy. Next, spicy egg salad. I chopped up my eggs, put a scoop of mayo in. Then it's time to add the spicy. You got choices here. You can put in some sriracha. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way. But if you want to skip the whole sugar content that's in sriracha, you can go with Flavor God. They have a sriracha seasoning. Nothing is added into that could cause a blood sugar spike. How much you add in is personal preference. It just depends on how spicy you like it. I'm going with the sriracha seasoning. Mix all that up, put it in the fridge, and you've got a quick lunch or dinner whenever you need it. Third and final, this one is basically just regular egg salad, except for a little bit of a twist. I'm using the Trader Joe's mustard, and this one is the dill pickle mustard. I picked this up ages ago, and it was hiding in my pantry, and started using it in the egg salad in place of pickles, just to cut the carb count down a little. I don't think this is a regular item. I think it's seasonal. That's it. Mayo, Trader Joe's dill pickle mustard, stir it, put it in the fridge. Preparing these 3 different egg salads took no time at all, and I'm gonna have these ready when I need them. Plus, I'm not gonna feel like I'm eating the same old basic egg salad every single day. When I was trying to figure out what I was going to make to have on hand that was going to satisfy that sweet tooth for the week, I realized I had not made peanut butter loaf in months. It's so simple and takes minimal ingredients. I'm going to take a pretty large bowl. I'm going to add 1 cup of peanut butter. You can use creamy or crunchy. I'm always using the Smucker's. I like it because the natural doesn't have anything else added into it. 1 cup of your favorite peanut butter. Then add in 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Remember, our peanut butter did not have any added sugars. So if you want this to be a little sweeter, you can add your low carb, keto friendly sweetener of choice. Up to 2 tablespoons is good. You may want more, you may want less. I'm just going to give this a really quick stir because I do want to break up the eggs before I add the last 2 ingredients. Now, here's where the fun begins. I've got this mixed up. I'm going to add in half of a teaspoon of baking soda. Just going to sprinkle that over the top of my peanut butter mixture. Last ingredient is 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and that's what's going to cause this reaction. Now I'm just going to go old school. I'm going to use my hand mixer and I'm going to blend this. Completely optional step, but I am going to add in some sugar-free baking chips. You do have lots of options to choose from when it comes to your baking chips. You can pick up some Lollis at Walmart, or you can order some of the Chalk Zero. They have the white chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, milk chocolate, semi-sweet. And you know that down in the description box, I always have a discount code for Chalk Zero. If you want to pick up some of these and save some money, make sure you use that link. Into a loaf pan. This is going into the oven at 350 degrees for approximately 25 minutes. The key here is to not overcook this, because if you do, it's going to be dry and crumbly. A quick tip, for some reason, once you pull it out of the oven, it continues to bake as it cools. So it's best to take it out a little early. It was exactly 25 minutes when I pulled this out. I'll put it on a wire rack to cool before I cut it. I went ahead and pulled the parchment paper back and I have it on that rack. You can see what it looks like. I want to also give another tip. Do not put this in a large loaf pan. A good size on this, I had to get out the tape measure. I know, I'm nerdy like that. Would be about a 7-inch by 4 or 5-inch. Now that it's completely cool, I've started slicing this up. I will store it in a glass container. I leave this out on the countertop for the first few days. Then I will put it in the refrigerator. Many of you have told me in the past that you have wrapped these slices individually and froze them. But I wanted you to see the inside before I put this up so that you can tell that it's nice and moist and not crumbly. And that's because I did not overcook. So be really careful with this. Anytime that I have a rotisserie chicken left over, that means I'll be making taco soup for the week. And this week, I'm making it super spicy. I'm using the Progresso Spicy Vegetable Broth. Now, normally, if Chris is home, what I'll do is just double up this recipe. But since it's just me, 1 container of broth and 1 can of diced tomatoes. If you want to use Rotel, even better. Just make sure you look at the ingredients and the carb count is still pretty low because you don't want to add a ton of carbs to your soup. I'm going to be adding in some of the deli sliced hot jalapeno peppers, about half the jar. I pick these up at Aldi. Secret ingredient that I add about half of that liquid into my crock pot. Chicken, your seasonings of choice. I'm adding chili powder and I'm gonna also add Taco Tuesday. Now, this is again, Flavor God. The little packets that you'll buy in the store, most of the time, those are gonna have maltodextrin, dextrose, sugar. Stir it up. I put it on high for about the first 2 hours, then turn it down to low and let this cook the majority of the day. And then I have soup throughout the week. See what I'm talking about? It was painless. Remember to go check out recipe videos. There's an entire playlist. If you're looking for more ideas or want to see a day in the life of someone doing low carb who is now a type 1 diabetic, you want to check out my full day of meals videos that I do. There are tons, like literally hundreds. Remember, check down in the description box. Anything that was mentioned in today's video will be down there, plus loads and loads of discount codes. Use the discount codes, people. With the price of everything going up these days, it's nice to have a discount code so that we can take a chunk off of those online orders. I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've not subscribed, make sure you do so because I'd love to have you as a member of my YouTube family. Make sure you go ahead and tap that notification bell so that when I upload, you'll be notified. I hope you are having an amazing week. Bye.